Hello and welcome. In this video guide we're going to look at the process of assigning agents to different queues and managing their associated skill levels within the queues. For the purpose of this video we're going to use the agent account that we created in an earlier video. The account we're going to use is for an agent called Ruth Swinton and has an account username of R. Swinton. And here, if we click on the User Accounts menu and scroll down, we can see the account for R. Swinton. If we go into the account by clicking on it, we can then go to the ACD Queues tab and we can see that this agent isn't currently assigned to any ACD queues. This tab provides a view only of the queues that the agent is assigned to. The process of assigning agents to queues is actually managed within the ACD Queues settings screen. What we're going to do in this guide is go through the process of assigning R. Swinton to the bike insurance and car insurance queues. So to start with, I'm going to click on ACD Queues here on the left and click on the bike insurance queue. Once in the editing screen for the relevant queue, I can now click on the Members tab here at the top. Here we can see a list of the agents that aren't assigned to the queue and a list of those that are. Assigning agents to the queue is just a simple matter of finding and highlighting the agent you want to assign, setting the skill level you want them to have, and then clicking on the Add button. If you want to, you can select multiple agents from the non-members list and assign them to the queue in one go. If you set a skill level when assigning multiple agents, then all the agents added at that point will be assigned the same skill. After assigning an agent as a member, it's important to click on the Save button to save your change before navigating away to another screen. If you don't click Save, your changes will be lost. We can now click on the Member Properties tab, and here we can see the agents that are members of this queue, along with a view of their assigned skill levels. So having now assigned R. Swinton to the bike insurance queue, we'll repeat this process and assign her to the car insurance queue. So we'll click on Search at the top and this will take us back to the list of queues. From here we can edit the car insurance queue and go into the Members tab as we did before. And we'll now repeat the process that we went through earlier and select R. Swinton from the non-members area and add her to the members area. The only difference here you'll notice is that instead of a skill level of 1, I'm now assigning R. Swinton to have a skill level of 10. And as before, we can click on the Member Properties tab to see all the agents that are assigned to this queue and their associated skill levels. Whilst mentioning skill levels, it's probably worth me expanding and explaining these a little further. Skill levels can range from 1 to 9,999, with 1 being first priority, 2 being second priority, 3 being third priority, etc., up to 9999. If all agents are assigned the same skill level, say of 1, calls are routed to the agent that hasn't taken a call for the longest period of time. If a call is presented to a queue and all the agents that have skill 1 are busy on a call, unavailable or not logged in, the default setting is for the system to immediately look at the next highest skilled group of assigned agents. Skill levels don't need to be assigned consecutively, and you can assign some advisors with say a skill level of 1 and the next group may have skill 50. It is possible, however, to use the skill levels to create a timed escalation pattern whereby more agents are brought into the queue the longer a caller is waiting. And this is described in another video guide, so we won't be looking at this any further within this guide. The last thing to say about skill levels is that the system is always backwards looking. That's to say that if the system is looking for an available advisor and all the skill 1, 2, 3 and 4 agents are busy whilst a caller is queuing, if a skill 1 agent then becomes available, the call will be routed immediately to them, assuming they're at the front of the queue of course. So here in the Member Properties screen you can see that R. Swinton is showing that she's assigned with a skill set of 10. If I need to change this skill level for some reason, all I need to do is click on the Edit icon here on the right hand side and make the change and hit Save. And back in the Properties screen you can now see the skill level has changed. If we now go back to the User Accounts screen and edit our agent again, we can now look in the ACD Queues tab and we can see the queues we assign the agent to and the associated skill levels. All that's left to do now is click on Apply Changes in the left hand menu, check Domain Configuration and click on Apply. The queue and skill assignments we've just made are now live. This brings us to the end of this video guide. Thank you for watching.